Deep within the Peruvian Amazon, hidden beneath a dense emerald canopy, lies a geological impossibility. A river named Shanai Timpishka, meaning boiled with the heat of the sun. For 6 kilometers, this torrent of turquoise water cuts through the jungle, sending massive plumes of white thermal steam high into the air. But here is the real mystery. Boiling rivers on Earth always exist right next to active volcanoes. Yet, this river sits over 700 kilometers away from the nearest volcanic zone. It makes no scientific sense. Thermal cameras show a freezing jungle surrounding a river flowing at a lethal 95 degrees Celsius. It is a hidden, steaming world that completely defies modern science. To step too close to the edge of this river is to look death in the face. The water violently churns and explodes at 95 degrees Celsius, warping the air above it with intense heat waves. For wild animals, it is a lethal trap. A single misstep causes instant thermal shock, blinding them and cooking them from the inside out within seconds. For centuries, Western science dismissed this place as a Spanish conquistador myth. But local indigenous shamans always knew the truth. They believe the scalding water is birthed by Yakumama, the great mother serpent, spirit whose power protects this sacred sanctuary and turns the river into a deadly predator. For generations, the boiling river remained a childhood bedtime story. A legend told to a young boy named Andres Ruzo by his grandfather. Years later, as a geoscientist pursuing his PhD, Ruzo asked a simple question: does the boiling river exist? The scientific community gave him a resounding no. They claimed a non-volcanic boiling river was geophysically impossible. But in 2011, guided by family stories, Ruzo stepped through the dense Amazonian brush and faced the impossible. The myth was real. Kneeling on the wet, unstable banks, Ruzo became the first scientist to officially map and sample these volatile waters. Shielded by heavy thermal gloves, he collected boiling sediments and trapped the superheated water in glass flasks, watching digital probes spike to fatal numbers. Working through sweat, humidity, and sudden blasts of scalding steam, he spent weeks in a lone tent deep in the jungle, carefully labeling samples. His work turned a forgotten indigenous legend into a historic scientific breakthrough. How does a river boil without a volcano? The answer lies thousands of miles away and deep beneath the Earth's crust. It begins as cold glacial meltwater high in the snow-capped Andes Mountains. As this water flows down, it seeps into deep, porous fractures in the rocky crust. Gravity pushes the water miles into the darkness, sinking deeper and deeper toward the Earth's upper mantle, where the planet's internal geothermal gradient is intensely hot. Trapped under unimaginable pressure, the water becomes superheated by the raw energy of the Earth's core. The expanding fluid needs an escape route, and it finds one in a massive network of tectonic fault lines, deep cracks stretching all the way to the jungle floor. Driven by immense pressure, the superheated water roars upward through these narrow subterranean highways like a massive natural radiator. It breaches the surface, bursting directly into the riverbed, transforming a regular Amazonian stream into a boiling phenomenon. Shanai Timpishka has survived hidden in the deep jungle for millennia, but its greatest threat is no longer the volatile earth below. It is humanity. Today, an ominous line is being drawn in the mud. Just meters away from the pristine, steaming waters, the heavy roar of chainsaws and logging machinery echoes through the trees. Clear-cut land and smoking, tree stumps are slowly encroaching upon this fragile paradise, covering the rare thermal ferns in thick dust. The white geothermal steam now mixes with the dark gray smoke of forest fires under a darkening sky. Indigenous protectors are placing simple wooden signs in the clay, a desperate plea to halt the destruction. The boiling river is a stark reminder that our planet still holds magnificent, unexplained wonders. But as the final golden sunset reflects on the steaming currents, we are left with a haunting truth. If we do not protect this sacred sanctuary now, it will vanish into the mist forever.